why is schooling such a pain? So when I thought of creating schools, I thought we must create schools in such a way that children… A child is the simplest and the easiest to make if you remain in a pleasant state of experience. If you perceive something new, if you learn something new, it's such a joy. But why is schooling such a pain? Somewhere, the way we're delivering it, we have not looked at it carefully enough. We have not put ourselves sufficiently into it. When I was supposed to go to school, I did everything possible not to go there. So when I thought of creating schools, I thought we must create schools in such a way that children want to go there. What is the point creating a school that a child doesn't want to go? So if we have to create schools that a child wants to go, I think the adults need to go to school first. So, in a way, these conferences are just that effort to put the adults to school so that we, all of you, can create schools where the child wants to go. Of all the different manifestations of human beings, the categories are getting more and more. A child is the simplest and the easiest to make them happy and joyful. With such a segment of population which is naturally joyful, I don't see why it is so difficult to create a joyful way of delivering education. There is substantial scientific and medical evidence today that if you remain in a pleasant state of experience, that is when your body and your brain works at its best. Some studies are trying to establish that if you remain just one day, 24-hour segment in your entire life, one 24-hour segment, if you remain without a moment of unpleasantness within you, not a moment of agitation, anxiety, irritation, anger, nothing, just joyful. They say, your ability to use your intelligence can go up 100% in a single day. We've always known this by experience, but today there is data, because without data nothing is true anymore. If there is no data about you, that means you're not here. Yes, if you did not register your data into the computer, all of us will think you're not here. So without data, nothing exists. So today there is data that a joyful way of existence, it will enable and empower a human being to a very high level of perception and performance. So this is a must. How is the question. There may be many methods, but one fundamental is, if you are not joyful, you are not going to inspire anybody to be joyful, that's for sure. Why I should be telling you this? Because is there anybody here that you have not known a single moment of joy in your entire life? Is there any such person here? You cannot be, because if you did not have a single moment of joy, you would be dead. You would have no reason to live. So you know how to be joyful. I'm sure right now if I ask you, would you like to be joyful or miserable in your life, every one of you will say, I want to be joyful. So you know how to be joyful, you want to be joyful. So why do you need a guru to tell you? Yes, Sadhguru, I want to be joyful, but… To kick that butt, you need a guru. Yes, I want to be joyful, but you know what he did? Yes, I want to be joyful, you know what she did. Yes, I want to be joyful, you know, the weather is not good. So there is but. If we just kick this one but out of our life, creating a joyful education will be a natural consequence. If we are joyful, whatever we do, whatever we create, we will make it that way, isn't it? Without we being that, now if I say, let's create a joyful education, it looks like a very complicated problem. If you are joyful, is it not natural that you will cook joyfully, you will serve joyfully, you will talk to people joyfully, you will do everything joyfully? Is it not natural consequence? So right now, one of the biggest mistakes, I would say a crime that we are committing is, we have taken to this Western mode of doing things, that is goal-orientedness. That is, we want mangoes, but we are not interested in the tree. Soil is not even our concern. We've gotten into this mindset. Goal is the thing, we want this big mango, you have this one, we want this big mango. But we are not so much interested in the tree. Soil is not even in our perspective. In yoga we say, if one eye is on the goal, you have only one eye to find your way. It's very inefficient.